First and 10. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Try again. It's second and 10. Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play. Third down and 9. Geno to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. A first down throw for Smith. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on second down, Smith. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And third down coming up.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
You'll find Mostert out of the backfield.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's 3rd and 2. In motion comes Beckham. He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. fresh set of downs.
Once again, it's Achane. And the Dolphins have got a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 15 yards to pick up. Good for a first down. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Here's Achane. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways.
And he's in. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Geno. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Tua. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Tua. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. So that brings up fourth down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. That's taken at about the 14. A very nice return. He takes it up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Second down and 8. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field, so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Byron Murphy, the rookie, there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will have great field position right around midfield.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
That's complete to Lockett outright. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike. And if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL. And so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
And he's going to have the Seahawks, and he's going to have the Chargers.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
This one finds Lockett down the left side. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
A 53-yard attempt.
And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, here's Tungo Vailoa. That's to the left side, taken in by Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back to throw is Tua. And this ball incomplete on third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now, Gino. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Rayshon Jenkins.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's Tunga Vailoa. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And what stands out the most about Murphy, Mike, is just his ability to play with leverage. He's quick, he can disrupt, and he is so good against those double teams. 5 sacks, 8.5 tackles for loss his last year in college, both career highs. I think he's a young defensive player that has a chance to be really good at the NFL level.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. He'll get about 2. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run it with Walker. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Walker. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And this one is hauled in. What a grab. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his first touchdown of the new year. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Now an opening past the 30. And the good kick pays off. They'll only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
Returnable from his own 4. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another 1st down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They run with Walker. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They go play action with Smith. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
Here's Geno. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Got a man, it's Lockett. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down. Throwing is Smith. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
They came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores, you cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
And he will have the Seahawks first down. They'll wind up getting close to 10 yards on 4th and 1.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back is Smith. That is caught. What a throw. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Seahawks get back in it. It is 21-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, here's A-Chain. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua. That is caught right side by Beckham. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. Now
it's Tua. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. That's the safety, Rayshawn Jenkins. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Here's Berrios on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's 2. That's taken in by Achane. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll run right here. It's Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. They'll drop to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And this time they are ready for it. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big game that carry. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Tua gives it to Mostert. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins.